my name is Megan Boyd, and I'm going to be doing a video talking about type 2 diabetes. This was an assignment talking about if a friend came up to you and said, hey, I did some genetic testing and it said that type 2 diabetes is in my genetics. What do I do? The first thing I would say would be that you are not just because you have the genetic history of type 2 diabetes will you get type 2 diabetes. Um, there are other factors that play a role in developing type 2 diabetes. Some of those things include age, weight, and physical activity. If you're less active, the risk of type 2 diabetes increases. If you're more active, it can decrease that risk. Another factor that is very interesting is whether or not your mother had type 2 or was diagnosed as being diabetic while she was pregnant. So if your mother had gestational diabetes when she was pregnant with you, your risk of type 2 diabetes increases. So type 2 diabetes is more of a hereditary disease than type 1, but just because it's in your genetics does not mean that you will necessarily be diagnosed with diabetes in your lifetime. So it is more likely if your mother or father or a brother or sister are diagnosed with diabetes, that you will be diagnosed with diabetes. Less likely if like a grandparent or an aunt or an uncle were diagnosed. So all of that being said, there are things that you are able to do that can decrease your risk of being a type 2 diabetic. Some of those things include having a healthier diet. Diet can play a role, limiting some of those sugary foods. Exercising regularly, being active, keeping that active lifestyle. Um, so, besides that, when you decrease the risk of having type 2 diabetes, you also decrease the risk of other health issues, such as having a stroke, being diagnosed with blindness, heart disease, nerve damage, or kidney failure. Along with the nerve damage goes amputations. Some people are amputated, have had their foot or their, below their knee amputated or above their knee amputated because of the nerve damage, and you can't tell if you're injured because of the diabetes. So, the other thing that you could do is if you're a smoker, stop smoking. If you're not a smoker, don't start. Those are just some things that you could do to decrease your risk of having diabetes and keeping yourself healthy. Thank you.